Your toddler just had a complete meltdown because their toast was cut into squares instead of triangles. Yesterday, they refused to wear the red shirt. Today, it's the only shirt that exists. They asked for juice, you got them juice. And now they're screaming because they have juice. None of this is irrational. Every single behavior has a specific neurological explanation. And once you know what it is, you'll never look at a toddler moment the same way again.
Here's the reframe that changes everything. Your toddler isn't giving you a hard time. They're having the most extraordinary time of their neurological life. The meltdowns, the no, the obsessive routines, the hitting when overwhelmed. These aren't behavior problems. They're a developing brain doing exactly what a developing brain is supposed to do. Today, we decode 7 of them.
Welcome to Raised by Science. Today, we're explaining 7 toddler behaviors that confuse, exhaust, and occasionally delight parents through the lens of developmental neuroscience. 7 behaviors, 7 brain explanations. Let's go.
Behavior 1. The meltdown over nothing. Why it happens? Your toddler feels emotions with adult-level intensity, but has almost no regulatory capacity. The prefrontal cortex, which manages impulse control and emotional regulation, won't be fully online until the mid-20s. When a feeling hits, it hits without a filter.
Brain translation. The cracker isn't the problem. The cracker was the last straw on a nervous system already at capacity from a full day of learning, stimulating, and existing. The meltdown is the nervous system's only available release valve.
Behavior 2. Saying no to everything. Why it happens? Around 18 months, your toddler makes one of the most significant cognitive discoveries of their life. They are a separate person from you, with their own will. Brain translation. The no is your toddler testing the reality of their own existence. If I say no, does the world still hold together? Am I allowed to be different from you? This is individuation. It is one of the most important cognitive milestones in human development. The no isn't defiance. It's your child discovering they exist. Behavior 3. Needing the same routine every time. Why it happens? The toddler brain is a pattern recognition machine. Predictable routines dramatically reduce cognitive load. When your toddler knows what comes next, their brain doesn't have to monitor for threat or surprise.
Brain translation. The insistence on the same song, the same order, the same cup, is the brain seeking the safety of predictability, while it builds the capacity to handle unpredictability. It's not rigidity. It's the brain protecting its own developmental work.
Behavior 4. Hitting or biting when overwhelmed. Why it happens? Hitting and biting in toddlers almost always signals overwhelm, not aggression. When the nervous system floods, the prefrontal cortex, the impulse control center, goes offline. The body acts before the brain can intervene. Brain translation. Your toddler isn't choosing to hit. In that moment, they don't have access to the part of the brain that would allow them to choose differently. Punishment during this state is neurologically ineffective. What works? Regulate first. Guide behavior after, when the system is back online.
Behavior 5. Refusing to share. Why it happens? Before age 3,
toddlers don't yet have a reliable concept of temporary versus permanent. When something is taken, even briefly, the brain registers permanent loss. The idea that something can go away and come back requires abstract thinking that's still developing.
Brain translation. Forced sharing before the brain is ready to process it as temporary tends to increase possessiveness, not reduce it. Narrating sharing is temporary. She'll use it for 2 minutes, then it comes back to you, is more neurologically appropriate than simply making them hand it over.
Behavior 6. Asking why constantly. Why it happens. Research by Alison Gopnik at UC Berkeley describes toddlers as scientists running experiments. The why questions are genuine hypothesis testing. Your toddler is building a causal model of the world and needs data. The questions are a sign of exactly the kind of active, curious mind you want your child to have. Studies show toddlers ask more why questions when adults provide genuine explanations, because the brain registers a real answer as useful data and immediately wants more. Behavior 7. Being both clingy and independent. Being both clingy and independent. Why it happens. Mary Ainsworth's research on secure attachment introduced the concept of the secure base. The idea that a securely attached child uses the caregiver as a home base from which to explore, returning regularly for reassurance before venturing out again.
When your toddler runs confidently across the playground, then suddenly needs to be on your lap, both impulses are part of the same healthy system. The clinginess is the refueling that makes the independence possible. These aren't contradictions. They're the same thing.
7 behaviors, 7 neurological explanations. Not one of them is bad behavior, manipulation, or a character flaw. Every single one is a brain doing the specific developmental work it was designed to do at exactly the stage it's supposed to be doing it. The next time your toddler melts down over toast shape, you now know what's actually happening. A perfectly functioning, extraordinarily developing human brain living inside a very small person, doing its very best. Your toddler isn't giving you a hard time. They're having the most extraordinary moment of their neurological life. Next, we're going inside your baby's first 12 months and showing you every brain-building opportunity hidden in the ordinary moments of that first year. Subscribe to Raised by Science so you don't miss it. See you in the next one.